Well, howdy there, and good to see you today. Happy Tuesday. It is November 17th. We are here to do reading again today. And if you're getting your materials ready, you need pages 81 and 82. So it's just the front and back of a page. And you need your reading writing workshop book because we're going to read Thump Thump again today. So it's your short book if you have it, so that way you can follow along and read with me. So I will leave that there if you need to look at what you need to get out. But of course, I'll always show you what we're working on and give you time to get it out before I start. So how is it going? Are you having a great day? I'm having a great day. And I'm excited to talk more reading with you today and to actually get to go over all of our vocabulary words today because we have to finish them all. So we're going to start off with this one because I showed it to you first and it's so cute. Look at that kitty. This is the word enjoy. Enjoy. Do you think that kitty is enjoying that? Yeah, that kitty likes that very much so. The next word is rely. Rely. Ooh, rely might not be a word that you hear. I'll give you the actual definition of it. When you know you can trust somebody to help, you rely on that person. Yeah. So a lot of times, like, you can rely on your family, rely on your friends, rely on your teacher. You know that they'll help you. You can count on them to always be there for you. That's the word rely. The next word is connections. Connections. Wow, that's a long word. Connections. It's links between two or more things. So, like, for example, the connection between people in a community can be strong. So, like, this police officer is helping these people. I know that this is going to look silly to you guys because this is something that we don't really have that much anymore, but this is a map. So before somebody would take out their cell phone and look on a map where to go, there was paper maps that showed you where to go. So for example, this police officer is showing them where to go on the map. So it's like the connection. So like the police officers are very good helpers in this community. So they have a connection, somebody to help them out. All right, and then review from yesterday. Ooh, do you remember what this word is? Admire. 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 So that's when you look up to somebody. So how we admire those girls for picking up the trash. And then how about this one? Do you remember what this one's called? If you said leader or leadership, you are correct. This is leadership, which means you're working together. Somebody is leading, helping you towards accomplishing something together. So those are our vocabulary words for the week. Let's just go through them one more time. Leadership, admire, connections, rely, enjoy. I hope you enjoy this reading lesson today. Okay, so do you remember what story we read yesterday of a leader? We read two stories about two leaders. What was the first story that I read on the big book? Do you remember? The one about Martin Luther King Jr. Yes, and how he was a leader and made a change for the world. We also read a story about Thump Thump, who is a leader for his community and is helping others when they need help and calling out for help. So today I am going to read you kind of a different kind of a story, but our ones on our cool read aloud cards. Okay? And I am going to read these for you. When I read them, I want you to visualize, or I want you to put these in your mind. What do you think is happening? Okay? What do you think is happening when I read these cards aloud? All right. This is a picture, as you can see, of a gentleman, and then there's a globe up here that is pointing to where he lives at. So we live way up here, kind of by the point of my finger. Let's see, I have a pencil I can show you. Right up there is where we live. And he lives way down here. Wow, that's across the whole part of the world. So this is called Luis's Library. How do you get your books? How does giving out books help people? In Colombia, a country in South America, children love to read books. But getting books when you live far away from a town with a library can be hard.
Luckily, a man named Luis Soriano has come up with a way to bring books to some small villages in Colombia. Luis is a school teacher in a small town. He enjoys books just as much as his students do. In the house he shares with his wife and children, there are books stacked up to the ceiling. He believes that the children in his country should have books and a library no matter where they live. For over 10 years, he has shared books with children all over Colombia. You'll never guess how he delivers them. Pretty cool, huh? Look at all those books. So they live in a very rural area where there is not a library in their town. So he wanted to figure out, how can I get books to all these kids no matter what? That's pretty cool. He is quite a leader, isn't he? Luis doesn't throw his books into the backseat of his car or even into a wagon. He delivers them on 2 donkeys. First, he straps small bookshelves onto the backs of his donkeys. They are named Alpha and Beto after the Spanish word for alphabet. Alfabeto is how you say alphabet in Spanish. Then he fills the shelves with books and heads out to one of the 15 villages he visits regularly. Luis and his donkeys carry signs that say Biblioburro. That means donkey library in Spanish. It's a library on legs. Luis and his donkeys get up very early every Saturday and spend the day making sure children who live deep in the country have books to read. They cross over rivers and follow dangerous trails. They even fight off snakes and hot temperatures to bring children books. Are you picturing that in your mind? Having to fight off the heat and snakes to try to get these library books to kids. Whoa. A few years ago, Luis broke his leg when he fell from one of the donkeys, but he was back to delivering books as soon as he healed. Luis knows that children rely on him for getting new books to read, and he won't let anything slow him down. There's that word rely, which means he knows that the kids are counting on him to bring him their books. So he can't let them down. That's why he keeps going. Even after breaking his leg, he still got back and was doing it. Wow. The children in the small villages Luis visits know when he and the Biblioburro are coming. They line up in the street and wait excitedly for the donkeys to ride into town. Under Luis's leadership, under him helping and guiding them, the children gather around and listen to him read from new books. In some places, they hold class in the street. Luis gives them lessons in different subjects and works with them to improve their reading skills. He even gives them homework to turn in during his next visit. Luis also has the children draw pictures and tell their own stories. Luis knows that reading and writing help the children make connections to the rest of the world. Of course, Luis also lets the children and their families borrow books. He brings as many different kinds of books as he can, so people always find something that interests them. He even brings dictionaries and encyclopedias. The Biblioburro is a library after all. So he brings all sorts of different, because you guys know in library, Mrs. Fleischer lets you guys look through all sorts of different types of books for what is interesting to you. So he brings lots of different interesting books for the kids to look at. Oh, look at all their smiling faces. Look how happy they are. Luis started Biblioburro with only 70 books. He had to work very hard to make his dream of a donkey library come true. Now people all over the world admire or look up to Luis because of the Biblioburro. Of course, people admire the donkeys for their hard work too. Luis could not have done it without Alpha and Beto. Movies and picture books have been made out of Luis and the Biblioburro. Now he gets books sent to him from as far away as New York City will send him books. With all of the donated books, he and his wife have more than enough books for their collection. They have started to build a real library in a real building near their home. Luis has inspired people in other parts of the world to give books to children who have no other way of getting them. So even though Luis has never left Colombia, he has helped people all over the world. Wow, what an inspiring story. This is an inspiring week. This is a week to be thankful for what we have, that we have a library right down the hallway. We have a library uptown that we get to go get books from. Luis has spent his life getting books to kids in the hardest places where they don't have a library. And people are inspired and they admire him for his leadership. And they want to do the same thing and get books to kids all over the world because books are amazing. Wow. Way to go, Luis. That just, doesn't your heart feel happy that you know that kids all around the world are getting books from people who are so kind like that, like Luis? Did you picture that in your mind? I just pictured a lot of smiles. I pictured some tough times when Luis is like going through the hot sun with the snakes trying to battle them off. But then I thought about how happy would a child be who never had seen a book before get a book given to them to read? Like, how excited would they be? They would be so excited. So what an awesome story. What was the main idea of that? We kind of talked about it, but what's the main idea of that story? Can you tell me right now? Tell me any idea. What do you think is the main idea? Okay. As long as it was somewhere along the lines of that, he helped out people all across his country, right? He made a lot of sacrifices because he spent a lot of time. He broke his leg. That was tricky, right? But he knew something that would make kids happy. He took the risk, and he is inspiring others to do good. He's doing good. So he's inspiring others to do good. He did good for his community. He is helping make his community better. So I'm sure your response, I just made the longest main idea ever. But as long as you're thinking something kind of like me, or said anything about Luis and how he was a big helper, or that he's an inspiration to his area, you're right on track. So, okay. Next up, what do you want to do? Do you want to read Thump Thump first? Or do you want to do our page together? I say let's try our page together. I love reading with you guys, but I'll give you a little break from you just hearing my voice, and I'll let you get to do something. So let me switch this over really quickly, and I'll be right back. All right, I am back, and I have page 81 out. So if you need to pause me, go ahead and do that. Get page 81 out. It's talking about actually some of our phonics this week, but we're going to do it together in reading since it's in your reading workbook, since I sent it home with you. Okay? So get this page out. Unpause me when you're ready to work on it. All right, go ahead and write your name up at the top. And then I'm going to read this little paragraph here. The letters SH, sh, make the ending sound in fish, fish, fish. So it's kind of like the sh sound. The letters TH, th, make the beginning sound in thin, th. Kind of how your tongue like goes between your two front teeth. Th. The letters NG make the ending sound in ring, ng. So we are going to read each sentence. Circle the word that has sh, th, or ng. Write the word. Okay, so we're looking for words that have TH, SH, NG in them. So here's number 1. Here is a fresh plum. I heard you say it. Fresh. Fresh. It has SH. It says shh right there. It says SH. Let's write it. FRESH. Fresh. Good job. Number 2 says, Min and Dan like to sing. It ends in ing, and the sentence ends with ing on that word, doesn't it? Sing has that N and G at the end. S-I-N-G. There's N and G. We're looking for N and G. That's one of our words. Let's do one more, and then we're going to go to the back side of this paper. I'm going to let you finish the front. Number 3, a bug can sting. I heard the ng again. I heard it in sting. N-G. S-T-I-N-G. Sting. Great job. Thank you for practicing those with me. I'm going to let you go ahead and I'm going to let you finish that side on your own. So do 4, 5, and 6 on your own, okay? I will read them for you though. Say thank you for a gift. Sam and Dad pick up shells. I like to play with my pals. Okay. This one is kind of tricky. Look at that word with. Th. Don't let it trick you. Okay, pause me now if you need to look at the answers that we did together. Unpause me when you're done with the whole page, because we're going to move to the next side. That looks like this. Looks like this. When you are ready, unpause me when you are ready. We're going to match each sentence to the picture. So we have to draw a line and match what picture matches our sentence. Ooh, I like it. These have our high frequency words in them. So it has like the words want, all, day, her, call. They're kind of bold. Do you remember how we talked about bold text? They're like kind of darker than the other words to draw your attention that, hey, that's one of my high frequency words. So number 1 says, I want that one. Ooh, so we got a calendar. Looks like a girl maybe is dancing. A boy is pointing to a tray of cupcakes. A phone looks to be ringing. It looks like a group of friends are like sharing a snack maybe. I want that one. Which one looks like someone's pointing out to something? He is pointing out, like he's looking at that cupcake and is like, I want that one. I want something that you would like to have. So we're going to draw our line down to C. I want that one. Number 2 says, we all have a snack. Which picture shows multiple people having a snack? Because we all means lots of us. We all have a snack. Snack, snack, snack. They're eating apples, and is there all of them? There's more than one. So draw that down to letter E, because that's where it matches to. Okay, these ones I'm going to read. You draw the lines. What day is this? Ooh, maybe one that's circle. Her socks have dots. Oh, that's what that one is. I thought it was her dancing. If you look really closely, though, I see polka dots. I use this to call Dad. I use this to call Dad. What would you use to call somebody? Okay, good job, guys. We just did our workbook pages. What? I know that we usually do them at the end, but kind of fun to switch it up. Awesome. Okay, when you're done with this, go ahead and get your small reading book out. We're going to open it to Thump Thump Story again. So I'm going to pause it, I'm going to upload it, and then we will read it. Okay? Get your reading book out. And there it is. Thump Thump helps out. Yay, do you have your story out and ready to read? Okay. So yesterday I read it all to you. Today I'm going to mix it up. I'm going to read part of it, and then I'm going to just kind of stop and move my finger and see if you can help me read it. Okay? So, Thump Thump. So in that case, you would read it. So I would say Thump Thump, and you'll say helps out. Okay? Now, you're not here with me, so I'm going to try to do it as slowly as I can, but if it's always too fast, of course you can pause me and reread your part as long as you need. Okay? So, Thump Thump liked to thump. He thumped a lot as he sang. He thumped a lot.
Here's your turn. Ready? Hopefully you said just for fun. There we go. Hush! Stop that, Thump Thump, yelled all the little rabbits. We do not like it one bit. But here's your turn. Did not stop. One day, there was a problem. Thump Thump's bus hit a rock. Say this one with me, ready? Bang! Crash! Clunk! His bus got stuck. Your turn, ready? In the mud. Did you say in the mud? The little rabbits could not fix it. We wish big rabbits could get us home, sniffled the little rabbits. Okay, your turn to say this one. Help us. Help us, yelled Miss Sheldon, but not one big rabbit heard her call. Thump Thump had a plan. I think I can help, he sang. He thumped and thumped. Your turn. And thumped. Big rabbits all overheard Thump Thump's thump. They rushed to help fix the bus. The kids got home. You say it fast. Thump Thump, can you help us? Asked the big rabbits. We want you to thump loud and long if a rabbit needs help. Thump Thump went thump thump with a song. And Thump Thump thumps and brings help to this. Help me with the last word. Day! Day! Woohoo! Yay! Thump Thump! All right! Good job, Thump Thump! So, do you guys remember how yesterday we talked about these characters in the setting and the events that happened with Thump Thump in the forest and he thumped his feet to get help? I want to do another little character and setting, but we're going to use what we call text evidence, which means you're going back to the story to make sure that you're right, because I am not going to say, oh, Thump Thump was in the city, because I just know he was. I don't really have proof. If we have text evidence, which means if we go back to the story and find it, that helps us make an example that is true. So let's look at this page here. Who's our character? I'm going to put a C. Who's our characters in this picture? What are these guys called? They're called rabbits. Rabbits. So our character are rabbits. Rabbits. What is our setting? Where are they at? They said forest kind of along. Do you want to stick with forest or do you want to say that they're outside? What do you think? What does our text show us? I do see some trees. I see a bird, more trees over here. Do you want to say that they're in the forest still? We can say that they're in the forest or we can say that they're outside. Do you want to say outside? Let's mix it up. So let's say that they are outside. And you don't have to write this with me. I just like to talk to you about it. And what's an event that's happening? I put an E there. Event. What is happening? What are they asking from Thump Thump to do? The rabbits they're admiring him, aren't they? They're proud of him. They're asking for his help. They are asking for his help. And we can see that because when we go back and read it, Thump Thump, can you help us? Can you help us? Right in the text or right in the story, they said, can you help us? They are asking for help. They are asking for help. So we went back to the story on this new page and we found out that our characters were the rabbits, the setting was outside, and the event that's happening is they are asking Thump Thump for help. So, awesome! What a great day of reading! Wow! Inspirational stories, new vocabulary words, finding the character, the setting, and the events that are happening. Wow. Working on high frequency words, matching pictures. You guys are amazing. I am just so proud of you. You are inspirational to me because I admire you for all of your hard work. Wow. This week is just awesome, isn't it? If you have any questions, let me know, guys. But I will see you tomorrow. Maybe. I will see you maybe in person. I will see you maybe here on reading video. I just can't wait to see you no matter which way it is. But if you have any questions, let me know. Bye, guys. Have an awesome day.